If you've been following Where Winds Meet, you're probably think captured and by its combat. Visually, it's breathtaking. But let's address the elephant in the room. The English localization is stiff, it's robotic, and honestly, it leaves people completely confused. Because of this, most global players have no idea what's actually happening in this game. You probably think this is just another generic Kung Fu hero saves the world type of fantasy. But here's the thing. Beneath that broken text, there's actually a complex historical thriller about spice and sacrifice that rivals the depth of Nero. The nuance is so subtle that even native players miss it. So today, I'm going to bypass the bad translation and show you the masterpiece that's hidden underneath. To understand the stakes, forget the dates and look at the map. The empire is fractured. The vital northern barrier has already been lost to the north. Every character you meet is driven by one obsession to reclaim that land, or at least survive the age of chaos. The spiritual father of this story is General Wang. He held the bridge alone, waiting for reinforcements that never came, and died standing. You are his successor. You inherit his will. But here is the tragedy. We have the benefit of hindsight. According to history book, we know this land won't be recovered for 400 years. The fighting, the bloodshed, historically it changes nothing. You don't play this game to win. You play to witness the cost of doing the right thing in a hopeless world. The game lulls you into a false sense of security. You arrive at the blissful retreat. It feels like a classic RPG hub. You have Aunt Han, women who raised you. You have Ruby, that typical chirpy guide character you find in every RPG. And you have the Killer Blade, a hardened Jianghu monster. The game makes you love them, it makes you feel safe, and then it shows you what lies beneath the Evercare clinic. Aunt Han isn't just an innkeeper, she is a face-changing doctor for the resistance. To infiltrate the enemy state, spies come here to undergo brutal surgeries. They volunteer to be flayed, to have their faces swapped. The enemies you fight in the dungeon, those groaning, bandaged monstrosities, they are zombies. They are failed experiments. They are patriots who survived the surgery but lost their minds, left to rot in the dark, waiting for a victory they will never see. Of course, the game takes the sanctuary away from you. When the villainous Orient Pavilion discovers the place, they trap everyone in a magical formation and set the whole village ablaze. In the end, it's the little Ruby who finds a way out. She tunnels beyond the formation's range and runs to the hillside to guide the others to safety. But for that bravery, she's exposed to the enemy and cut down by a hail of arrows. While you're mourning the sacrifice at Heavenwell, there's one man who's been walking alone in a deeper hell for 30 years. His name is Tianying. In the classified archives, he's the Empire's sharpest blade. But in the legends of the common folk, he's known as the monk Miao Shan. And this is the game's greatest irony. An assassin with hands stained in blood, bearing the title of the world's most merciful saint. Look, to fund the war, the emperor needed to weaken the monasteries and melt down their Buddha statues for copper coins. In that era, this was blasphemy, a crime that would invite divine retribution and the hatred of the people. The emperor couldn't bear that sin, so Tianying stepped forward. He essentially told the emperor, for the sake of this land, I'll discard my soul, even if I have to fall into hell. He became the monk Miaoshan. He destroyed temples, he killed fake monks. He let himself become a devil in the eyes of the people just to buy another day of life for a crumbling empire. But that's not even the most painful part. To force a peace treaty, he had to orchestrate this brutal false flag operation. And in that mission, for the so-called greater good, he had to watch his own true love, Li Junjun, the moon goddess, be misunderstood, surrounded, and killed. Tianying's story is about atonement. He bears every title of shame, traitor, butcher, blasphemer, so that he can carve out a bloody path of survival for the people. He kills to protect life. And this leads to the most suffocating moment of the Qinghe arc. You spend the entire chapter gathering these twin jades to unlock a mechanism on Halo Peak. But here's what you don't know. This isn't just a key. It's a beacon. It's the secret summoning signal for their spy order. So when Qinghe arrives at the top of that tower, he finds you, an outsider who triggered the call by mistake. The moment you cross swords, Qinghe recognizes your technique. He knows exactly who you are, but he doesn't stop. Why? The dynasty he swore to protect had crumbled into dust. After enduring 3 hellish years in a southern prison, he returned to Qinghe, only to face a colder reality. To the current authorities, a spy without a country isn't a hero. He's a liability. He's a relic of a dead regime. He's watched with suspicion, trusted by no one. As long as he carries the name Tianying, he's politically paralyzed. He realized that to truly operate, he didn't need a successor. He needed to become a ghost. That's why he fights you. This isn't a duel for honor. It's a staged execution. In the end, he chooses to fake his death and vanish into the mist. Not because he lost, but because in you, he found the perfect executioner to make his death look real. He needed you to kill his identity, so the man underneath could finally be free of the past. After you finish the Qinghe Hidden Collection, you can actually unlock this hut at the base of Halo Peak. And inside, you discover Qinghe's dwelling, and there's this cutscene showing him leading these loyalists from the fallen dynasty. They're setting off to complete a plan that got halted 3 years ago, heading straight toward the occupied lands in the north. Look, where Wayne's mate might be hidden behind a veil of broken English, but is so undeniable. Through Tianying, the game also tells the profound Eastern philosophy, crossing the river and leaving the raft. In Buddhist wisdom, the Dharma is like a raft. It's a tool to carry you across the sea of suffering. But once you reach the other shore, you have to leave it behind. If you carry the raft on your back on dry land, it's no longer a tool, it's a burden. Tianying's life was that raft. He weaponized everything, his faith, his honor, his fear, even his own life, to ferry this nation through its darkest waters. And the moment his mission was complete, he didn't just leave, he erased himself. He vanished into history without a name. Claiming no glory, this isn't about the triumph of a hero, it's about the state of non-attachment. To save the world, he was willing to be a saint, a monster, or simply nothing at all. If you navigated the Qinghe chapter but felt lost in the translation, I hope this video served as your guide. There's still this massive second chapter in the capital Kaifeng, where the shadows grow even darker. If you want me to decode the Kaifeng arc next, leave a like and let me know. This is my first video. Hope you like it. Thanks for watching.